Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope everybody's well. I am going to take a quick second, Leo, to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Leo out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies may reverse. So if it is resonating, Leo, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's just not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Leo? Leo. All right. Leo, you are starting out with the High Priestess in the reverse. You have the Elemental of Cups in the reverse. Now, that's like the Page of Cups in this deck. And then we have the Three of Swords reversed. So you're going through some sort of a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle here. I do feel like you're healing. There's an indication here that you've been heartbroken, and that's kind of caused you to pull back your feelings and emotions in a particular situation. And I also feel like there's something here that you're realizing, but you're not quite trusting your intuition with regard to this. So I definitely feel like you do have feelings and emotions for someone, but it's almost a sense of there are ghosts from the past that are causing you not to really trust the situation. So, and I do see that you are healing. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Leo's energy, please. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the universe. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse, and coming out together is the Devil in reverse along with the Ten of Cups reversed. So the person in your energy, you might be dealing with a Capricorn. You don't have to be, but this is somebody who is wanting to put an end to a cycle. It looks almost like there's some sort of a karmic cycle that's taking place. And it's something that's a revolving pattern between the two of you. This person is beginning to recognize that, and they want to put an end to that cycle. With the Five of Cups in the reverse, there's been a sense here of a lot of sadness this person's gone through. There's been a sense of melancholy, but Five of Cups reverse tells me that there's possibility of a second chance, or they're hoping that there would be. I do feel like this person may have been working on themselves, because there's an indication that some of the cycles that are closing out are toxic patterns and behaviors that this person knows made them unhappy here. And so I feel like they have been working on themselves. They've been unhappy. They've been sad. But I feel like all of this are cycles this person wants to close out, and possibly see if there's a second chance at having a connection here. So let me see the energy between Leo and this person. Oh, wow, the Fool. Okay, so there's something to do with a new beginning here. Both of you taking a risk. I feel like you just don't trust it though, Leo. So what they want to close out, there had to have been an ending here between the two of you, although I don't see an ending just yet. But this person's gone through a very dark period in their life. They felt unloved. They felt like you didn't care for them. You were heartbroken at some point. So again, I'm getting that energy of a second chance here. With the Fool, that's a new beginning. Let me see what's affecting this connection. The Strength card in the reverse, fear. Yeah, that's fear. And the need to work on self. And that's shared energy. So, you know, I feel like you both need to work on yourselves individually as well as work on the connection. But what's affecting this connection is fear. So let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome for Leo. The Elemental of Pentacles. Now that's the Page of Pentacles in this deck, and that tells me that there is communication, possibly an offer either from you or to you, but we'll clarify that. Bottom of the deck is the Elder of Wands. That's underlying energy. So you might be dealing with a air sign, or I'm sorry, not an air sign, a fire sign, another fire sign, which would be another Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. But as an underlying energy, what this is telling me with the King of Wands here in reverse is that neither of you are really taking action right now. It's affecting everything throughout the reading. It also is an indication here that you're feeling rather out of sorts with this person. So let me clarify. Spirit, why is the High Priestess in reverse? You might be dealing with a Pisces, another Leo. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands reversed and we have the Nine of Cups. So yeah, I see the ending here. There has been an ending. You want to have this new beginning with this person, but like I said, you're second guessing yourself. You're kind of, and it's because of fear. You don't trust your own intuition right now. I do feel like you feel that this person is your wish fulfillment. You want this new beginning, but you're having a lot of doubts. Why is the Elemental of Cups in reverse for Leo? King of Cups reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, you're holding your emotions back because you're afraid that this is not a solid new beginning. However this ended, it ended in a very painful way for you, Leo. And it's really, like I said earlier, it's like ghost of the past. It's those feelings from the past, especially with regard to the way that this ended. And I do feel like you see this person as wish fulfillment. You have deep, deep, deep feelings for them, but you are really holding back. And you're afraid that it's not stable. Yeah. So you might be afraid that this person is here today, gone tomorrow. Let me see why the Three of Swords is in reverse for Leo. Show me the Three of Swords reversed for Leo. Yeah, I get so much sadness here in your energy. Yeah, Strength card in reverse. That's what's at the center of your reading. And then we also have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So that's exactly what I said earlier. You are still healing from this. This was extremely painful. And I literally can feel the sadness in your energy here. It's not a matter of love. It's not a matter of whether or not you want this. It's a matter of you having gone through so much pain at some point that if this isn't going to be stable, it's not going to be something that you can count on. You're not going to be in. You're holding back. And it's the fear. It's causing you to have a lack of action. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at their energy. Spirit, why is the universe here for the person in Leo's energy? That's too many. We're going to try that again. Why is the universe here for the person in Leo's energy? Queen of Pentacles. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. And the Wheel of Fortune reversed. All right, so this person wants to put an end to the cycle, and it does look like they are coming towards you, offering stability here. I do feel like this person works very hard. I feel like they are very much bound to like their home, their children, if they have children. They've been doing a lot of self-care here, but I feel like this is somebody who is very grounded, and I feel like they are offering commitment in this connection. They definitely do want to put an end to the cycle that the two of you have been in. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune here in the reverse, I do feel that this person has some stuck energy. I feel like even when the two of you were apart, they had not quite moved on. I think that they thought about you quite a bit, even though they may have been inactive. So that's what they're wanting to move on. They're wanting to come in, put an end to all of the past, and then turn the leaf, turn the page, have a new beginning. All right, and I feel like that's what they're trying to work towards. Why is the Five of Cups in reverse? Knight of Wands, Judgment in reverse. Okay, so they didn't think that the two of you would come back together. I can see that in their energy. Yeah, they felt like it was a done deal. This person may have reached out to you, or they're going to reach out to you. I also see that this could have been a on and off situation where this person would come in and then they would leave. They would come in, they would leave. And that's at best. At worst, they might have been a bit of a player. Yeah, I feel like this person, you know, also related to fear. You both are kind of mirroring each other in that. And it's related to fear. They fear the commitment, but it feels like they're coming towards you with commitment at this point. So they're trying to turn over a new leaf. And with the Devil in reverse, they've been working on themselves. So let me look at this bottom energy. They are afraid of making a poor judgment call. But I feel like they're going to communicate that with you. They're going to tell you that. Show me this bottom energy for the person in Leo's energy. You might be dealing with a Libra here, or a Scorpio, Gemini energy. All right, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Magician, and we have the Justice card. Yep. All right, so this is showing me that fear is also preventing them from moving forward. It's like both of you want this, but both of you are holding back from actually taking action. And it's pretty much related to fear on both sides. They're afraid of making a mistake. You're afraid that this isn't going to be stable. You're going to get hurt again. You have to understand, Leo, they were also in a really bad way as well. Although I will say it does appear that this person may have had some very toxic energies here. Now, they are trying to do the right thing because justice is here. They're trying to bring in a balanced situation because they have been working on themselves. They realize that the toxic energies were making them unhappy. They still they're still stuck in some of that toxic energy, but more than not, they've been working on themselves. They're manifesting happiness. They're manifesting an equal balanced connection here between the two of you that is not toxic. But they're kind of slow in moving forward too. You both have this stuck energy related to fear. So let's look at the energy between you and them. Show me the Fool. Show me the energy between Leo and this person. Okay, so we have the Two of Coins. We have the King of Pentacles reversed. And there's that Five of Cups reversed. Again, very strong energy. They really did go through something here. I feel like they've come out of it, and there's hope here. They're hoping that the two of you can bring this back together, that there's still love. It's basically like them saying, you know, I do love you. Is it possible that we can bring it together? Is it possible you still love me too, Leo? You see, both of you felt this deep sense of pain here and loss. There was so much loss. And now there's this opportunity for a new beginning. And I feel like you've weighed up the pros and cons about this situation. And you're basically saying, yes, I do want this person. This person is for me. I want this new beginning. And they're saying the same thing. In their energy, they are seeing you as their divine partner. They feel that the two of you are divine partners, that you should be together. But they're also saying that they don't feel like you're on the same page. They feel like it's an energy of them coming towards you with hope, trying to offer commitment, but they feel like you're going to tell them no, that you're going to dip on them, or you're going to turn them down. I don't see that in your energy. What I see in your energy is that they are somebody you want to truly be with, You both want the same thing, which is this new beginning. So let me see what's affecting this connection. See, both of you had a deep, deep sense of loss here. All right, we have the World, and we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So again, I see the mirroring. They want to put an end to this cycle. You want to put an end to the cycle. And I feel like if you feel that if you can put an end to this cycle of loss, this cycle of doubt, that then you would be able to open up about your feelings, but you just don't trust it right now. So there's definitely some need for you to work on yourself, particularly with regard to fear issues. In their energy, they have the Ten of Cups reversed twice. So they really have gone through it, Leo. Without you, they felt this deep sense of loss. They were unhappy. There looks like there was depression. They were making really bad judgment calls here. So I do feel like they're going to tell you all about that. I do. I think that they're going to also tell you that they felt like it was over. And I feel like there's still this thought in their mind that, yes, I'm hopeful. Yes, I think we can get back together, but they're afraid that at the end of the day, you're going to turn them down. Because they're still operating out of fear as well. Fear of being unhappy, fear of making a bad judgment call. Let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome for Leo. Yeah, I don't know what happened between the two of you, but it was definitely something that was really heavy. All right, we have the Moon, sign of Cancer. The Lovers reversed. More Gemini energy. And there's the Fool in reverse. Piscean energy. So there's going to be a discussion, it looks like. I feel like both of you are going to participate in that discussion. I feel like you are telling this person that you're afraid that they're not committed. You're afraid that you're going to go back through the same thing, that you're going to feel deeply hurt again, that they're basically going to break your heart. There's some indication that you might feel that this person chose someone over you, or that they will choose someone over you. Because what I'm seeing here is that there's a fear, and a lot of it is fear of the unknown. I'm also seeing that your deepest fear is that this person's going to choose someone else over you, or that they did in the past and you're afraid that will happen again. You're definitely not going to move towards this person or open up to them if there was another person in the mix. And that's not for all of you, but for someone it is. And so I do feel like you don't know if it's going to work out. This is not a relationship where you met somebody and, you dated them a little bit. This is some serious, deep stuff that's taken place here. And so I do feel like you're trying to lean into your intuition, but you're finding it difficult. I do feel you're going to share these fears with this person. Now, the person in your energy, I have to be, honest with you. I feel like this person is trying to do the right thing here. They have been working on toxic behaviors. There's still some toxic energy that is stuck in their energy here. But they're realizing that all of that toxic energy that they were utilizing was what was making them unhappy. And I do feel like they're manifesting happiness. They're manifesting equality. They're manifesting, this new beginning here. But they feel almost like you are stalling them a little bit. And they don't know why. Yeah, they don't know why. They don't understand why. And they're interpreting it, Leo, as you don't want them. So, yeah, I feel like this conversation will start small, and hopefully it will grow, because right now it's very small. It's like a little piece at a time comes out. But there's a lot that needs to be worked out here. So, bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups in the reverse, and this is indicating that while you're dealing with soulmate energy here, it is also indicating that there is still a very strong lack of either party doing something about the situation in order to get the two of you on the same page. So that's what's slowing all of this down. It's a lack of activity, and it's truly related to fear. So let me pull an oracle card. I'm pulling for Leo. And it's hard, Leo. Once you've had your heart broken like that, it's very hard to, you know, be all in. So I get it. I get it. But it is something you still need to address and you have to work on. As do they. All right, you have number 53, and this card is called Listening. Music could be very important to some of you. Maybe it's a shared song, or perhaps you guys communicate through music in some manner. Give me a second and I'm going to read this for you. It says, an open heart will hear the message. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment. For the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you will find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. Yeah, that's perfect for this situation, truly. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Leo. If you've resonated with this reading, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Leo, know that you are loved, and namaste.